Robin Sharma is one of the most influential voices in the field of leadership, self-discipline, and personal growth. Best known for his international bestseller, The 5 A.M. Club, Sharma has inspired millions of readers, entrepreneurs, and dreamers around the world to rise early, live intentionally, and lead without a title. His message is simple yet profound. Greatness is not a gift reserved for the few. It is a skill cultivated through daily habits, discipline, and purpose. In this video, we will explore his philosophy, his story, and the practical wisdom behind what he calls the 5 a.m. revolution, a revolution of consciousness that begins with the simple act of waking up before the world. Robin Sharma's journey is, in itself, a story of courage and reinvention. Born in 1964 in Port Hawkesbury, Nova Scotia, Canada, to parents of Indian origin, Sharma grew up in a family that valued education, integrity, and service. His father was a physician, his mother a teacher, two professions rooted in helping others. Those early influences would later resurface in his philosophy of servant leadership. Before becoming a writer and speaker, Sharma worked as a litigation lawyer. He earned his law degrees from Dalhousie University and began a conventional career in corporate law. Yet despite external success, the suit, the office, the prestige, he felt a quiet emptiness gnawing at him. He once said, "I climbed to the top of the success ladder only to find it was leaning against the wrong wall." That inner restlessness became the seed of transformation. In his late 20s, Sharma began studying philosophy, spirituality, and psychology. He devoured books on Stoicism, Buddhism, and neuroscience. The more he learned, the more he realized that true leadership begins not in the boardroom but within the human heart. In 1994, working late nights after his law job, he wrote The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, a parable about a lawyer who gives up everything to find meaning and inner peace. He self-published the first copies himself, selling them from the trunk of his car. Through word of mouth, the book became a sensation. Eventually, it reached HarperCollins, and from there it spread to over 90 countries, translated into more than 70 languages. That success changed everything. Sharma left his legal career and devoted his life to teaching others how to live with purpose, authenticity, and balance. Over the decades, he authored bestsellers such as The Leader Who Had No Title, The Greatness Guide, Who Will Cry When You Die, and of course, The 5 A.M. Club. Through his Robin Sharma Foundation for Children, he also donates a portion of his royalties to support education and personal development programs for disadvantaged youth, proof that his teachings on service and contribution are not mere theory, but lived practice. At the heart of Robin Sharma's work is a simple but radical idea. How you spend your mornings determines the quality of your life. Your days are your life in miniature, he says. As you live your mornings, you craft your destiny. The 5 a.m. Club is not about being a morning person. It's about seizing the hours before the world distracts you. In those quiet moments, you can access what Sharma calls your trinity of peak performance: focus, energy, and freedom. The early morning is your private sanctuary, a sacred space where you can design your day instead of reacting to it. He divides the first hour of the day, the victory hour, into 3 20-minute blocks: move, reflect, and grow. Move. The first 20 minutes are for physical activity. Exercise boosts dopamine and serotonin, ignites the brain's learning center, and floods the body with energy. Reflect. The next 20 minutes are for silence, journaling, prayer, meditation. It's time to connect with your intentions and your gratitude. Grow. The final 20 minutes are for learning, reading, studying, or listening to an inspiring podcast to nourish your mind. This is the 20-20-20 formula, the cornerstone of the 5 a.m. Club. Sharma insists that by practicing it consistently for 66 days, you can rewire your brain and transform your mindset. Behind Sharma's poetic language lies a wealth of scientific truth. He references neuroscientific research showing that habits become automatic after roughly 2 months of repetition, the habit installation protocol. The brain literally forms new neural pathways that make discipline easier with time. He also draws parallels with ancient wisdom traditions, monks in India rising before dawn, philosophers like Marcus Aurelius writing meditations at sunrise, and artists who found their best flow state in the early morning light. To Sharma, the 5 a.m. ritual is both biological and spiritual, a bridge between the science of peak performance and the soul's longing for meaning. Sharma often says, discipline is freedom disguised as structure. While most people associate discipline with restriction, he reframes it as empowerment. Every promise you keep to yourself builds trust in your own capacity. Each early morning you conquer adds another brick to your self-respect. Over time, you stop negotiating with your excuses and start operating from your highest self. He describes transformation as a cycle. All change is hard at first, messy in the middle, and gorgeous at the end. The 5 a.m. discipline, therefore, is not punishment. It is liberation. It is the art of mastering the self so that life no longer masters you. One of Sharma's most powerful frameworks is what he calls the 4 interior empires: mindset, heart set, health set, and soul set. Mindset shapes your thinking and beliefs. Heart set governs your emotional life, the capacity for empathy, forgiveness, and love. Health set represents your physical energy and vitality. Soul set is your connection to something greater, spirit, purpose, or transcendence. Sharma teaches that true greatness requires harmony among all 4. A brilliant mind means little without a compassionate heart, a strong body, and a peaceful soul. The 5 a.m. routine becomes a way to nurture each empire daily, ensuring balance and inner power. Another profound idea is the twin cycles of elite performance. Sharma explains that peak performers alternate between periods of intense focus, the high excellence cycle, and deep recovery, the renewal cycle. Without rest, even the most talented individuals burn out. The early morning offers space for renewal before the noise of the world begins. It's a time to reset, re-energize, and realign. Sharma calls this strategic recovery, emphasizing that rest is not laziness but preparation for excellence. Perhaps the most distinctive feature of Sharma's message is that it transcends self-help. His vision of greatness is inseparable from service. He says, "The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to make a difference." For him, self-mastery is not an end in itself. It's a platform from which we can better serve others. The 5 a.m. habit is not about productivity for its own sake. It's about preparing yourself to lead, create, and uplift the world around you. Sharma's teachings have been embraced by CEOs, athletes, and artists alike. Companies such as Nike, Microsoft, and NASA have invited him to speak about leadership and human potential. Yet his lessons apply equally to students, parents, and everyday dreamers. He encourages everyone to guard their attention capital. In a world addicted to distraction, focus is the new superpower. By starting the day with silence instead of scrolling, you train your brain for depth and clarity. He often reminds his followers that technology is a servant, not a master. The 5 a.m. practice is an antidote to digital chaos, a return to intentional living. Even Robin Sharma admits he is not perfect. In interviews, he has shared moments of doubt, loss, and burnout. But each challenge reinforced his core principle, that adversity is a catalyst for growth. He writes, Sometimes life breaks you so you can rebuild yourself stronger. The 5 a.m. Club is not about perfection. It's about progress. You may oversleep, you may stumble, but what matters is recommitment. Every sunrise offers a second chance. Today, Robin Sharma continues to write, teach, and inspire from his home in Toronto, while traveling the world to deliver his legendary Mastery Academy events. His online programs reach millions. His social media presence radiates calm determination, often filled with reflections like, "The way you begin your day defines how you live your day." He remains deeply humble, often expressing gratitude to his readers, calling them heroes of everyday life. His philosophy is not about building empires or chasing fame. It's about living with grace, courage, and generosity. So, what can we take away from Robin Sharma? Let's pause for a moment and reflect. What if tomorrow morning, before the sun rises, you decided to take ownership of your day? What if you chose to move, reflect, and grow before the world demands your attention? Imagine the compound effect of 365 mornings lived with intention. This is the promise of the 5 a.m. Club. Not just to wake up early, but to awaken fully to the beauty of discipline, the strength of purpose, and the quiet joy of self-respect. Sharma often ends his talks with a simple line: "Own your morning, elevate your life." And that's the essence of his legacy. The clock may strike 5, but what truly awakens is your higher self. So, when your alarm rings tomorrow, remember, greatness is a choice. You can stay in bed and dream, or you can rise and build the dream. The decision you make in that sacred moment will determine the trajectory of your destiny. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like and a comment, and follow us for more personal training videos.